So I do think that Ministry of Crime picks up where Killing Kebble left off. And it does start pretty much in 2007 or so, at a time when Jackie Salibi was on trial for corruption and the Kebble killers had just been given immunity from prosecution. So it very much does start from the Kebble murder, and it works its way through the Krejci years to Modak, which is more current and more contemporaneous. I like to describe the Ministry of Crime as the nexus between the worlds of law enforcement or the police or the state apparatus, the criminal underworld, and then politics. And it is those three worlds colliding as the Ministry of Crime. And we can see the proximity between organized criminals and police officers, particularly high-ranking police officers, and very influential politicians as well. And that, in my view, is the Ministry of Crime. So the cover design is a play on the coat of arms of the country. And that, for me, represented the capture of the state, of law enforcement, of the police by criminals. And that's why it's almost a bastardization of the coat of arms. I suppose I did report on most of the incidents over a period of 10 years or so. So in terms of the research, I was there, witnessing it firsthand, and a lot of the experiences I relay in the book as well. I try to interview as many of the characters as possible in this book. So that involved cold calling a lot of people and asking them if they would speak. I did try with a lot of people to get them to talk, and fortunately the response generally was positive. And also I really wanted to get a multitude of voices and as many narratives as possible. There are a lot of parallel narratives that are included in the book, and that for me adds to the complexity of the story. I don't think there's ever any real kind of threat to my safety. I do try and ensure that anybody who may be a threat is aware of what I'm writing, and that I do offer them an opportunity to respond, and that they do get a platform. And I would rather include their narrative and their version of events than level an allegation against them and make them really angry. So the conclusion that I draw in the books is the fact that the law enforcement capacity in the country has largely been eviscerated over the last few years. And if you look at Hawks, if you look at crime intelligence, if you look at IPID, at SARS investigative unit, all of that has effectively been hollowed out for personal political gain. And the result of that is that there is no one capable and no state agency capable of reining in organised criminals. There are some revelations, particularly about some high-profile murders that people have never heard before. There are new details about some underworld killings and allegations that are made about what happened to certain characters. And also there are voices that people have never heard before. You know, people like Joey Mabasa, the head of crime intelligence in Gauteng. People like Mark Liffman and Nafez Modak, who have never given really long feature interviews before. So there's definitely a lot to read that and a lot to learn that people would not know about.